Hey, what's up? It's Valar. Hope everybody's doing well. It's double void weekend. I pulled my own shards last night, and I mean, it was okay, I guess would be the best way to say it. There was some stuff I could work on, which I'm going to. Uh, and I got a scar torsus from pulling ancients, but as you can see, I got the guy right here already. Anyway, I just wanted to focus on something a little bit different. It's actually going to focus on Void Champion and one we all know and love because he's been out for about a month now, I want to say. And it's our boy Tormin the Cold. But I'm not going to focus on him in Arena. I mean, we all have seen a whole bunch of stuff with him in Arena. I just wanted to do a video kind of on his crowd control in Dungeons because it's actually pretty cool with the freeze and the provokes and everything too. I'll show you the gear I have on him, show you the masteries I have on him as well. And then we'll run him in like Dragon 20 or something like that. I just run them in Golem. It works great, but it just takes forever. My Golem runs are ridiculously long, like 7 to 9 minute runs. But I actually replaced Kymar with him in the run just to say, hey, what the hell, why not give it a shot? And barely anybody died. It's a much more defensive run, but it doesn't have enough DPS. So that's kind of the issue with that. But I'll show him in, I'm going to test him out a little bit in Dragon. And then potentially test them out in Spider 20, see if I can play around with them there too. But I'll show you the gear first. And thank you so much for all the support. I really do appreciate it. I keep asking every video, but you know what? If you don't ask, you don't get. It's kind of the mentality that I have. So if you would please like the video, but also do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. The channel's growing. We're almost at 500 subs, which is really awesome. I'd love to actually keep growing this channel. I'm going to try to do more daily content if possible now. Just so I can actually kind of get stuff out there. It gets hard. I'm a father of 3 kids, 3 daughters, so you know sometimes I get sidetracked and don't really have enough time to come on the game and everything too. But at night, there's a little bit of time I can record some videos and everything too. So with all that being said, again, please subscribe to the channel. But let's take a look at this gear. So this is what I got on him. I put a frost set on him because I want his freeze to not only just be taking effect from his abilities, but also whenever he gets hit, I'd like him to actually get some freezes on too. So if you look at what I got on him, so the bottom row, I'll just go over that real quick. 4-piece freeze, which you need that to have the set, and then I got 2-piece accuracy too. But I got this piece, which is pretty sick. Pretty sick ass piece actually. The only thing it's missing is speed, but that's okay because I got a decent amount of speed on him anyway. But I had some really good frost stuff, and I kind of just brought it back up to use on him. So I got 6-star defense gloves, defense percent gloves, with a whopping amount of accuracy on them, which is pretty cool. And rolled the glyph on there too to get 39 accuracy total. And then it's got a lot of HP too, so it's got 16% HP there. Well, this doesn't matter, but whatever, I threw it on there anyway. The attack, for him, it's not really that big of a deal. And then also a 60% 6-star chest piece as well, chest plate. That has a lot of speed, which is really cool. That's the main driver of this. It has some attack. It doesn't help him flat HP and also crit rate. But there's 18 speed on this with the glyph, so that's pretty nice. Plus it is, 6-star, 60% defense. And then I do have the speed boots on them, which these speed boots are pretty cool. They roll double defense and a single HP, so that's actually pretty cool. So he's got a nice amount of defense on the boots, plus a little bit of HP, little tiny bit of accuracy and some resistance. I don't have him built up with any resistance really at all, but that's okay. I was going more for his debuff capabilities, more so than his resistance. But they're speed boots. And then on the weapon here, it's got some good speed, some good accuracy. It's an accuracy piece. An accuracy helm that had really nice defense rolls on it and a speed roll too, so that's pretty nice. And then a shield that had a pretty decent roll on accuracy, good speed, a little minor bit of defense and flat HP there. But that's the gear I have on him as far as the main gear goes. And then the jewelry stuff, the accessories here. So a defense ring with some defense percentage, rolled that. This piece might get replaced, I would feel like, because I could probably get it out of like an epic or something that actually could get better rolls on this. This didn't roll exactly the way I wanted it to, but I'll take it as what I had at the time. However, I have farmed Spider a lot more, so I haven't really looked through some of this gear when we had the Spider tournament going on. So I might have something I could actually replace that particular ring with. I did put a defense amulet on him. I didn't build him for crit rate, crit damage. I built him just all-out defense right now. So that may change a little bit. He doesn't hit that hard, actually. So even though I have a lot of defense, he's not a hard hitter. This thing had a lot of accuracy on it, but the double flat attack, so the rolls sucked on it. But all right, whatever. It was a 6-star defense, so I took it up there. But I'm sure I could actually get a better amulet on there, too. And then, of course, an accuracy banner with the 6-star accuracy banner, really nice. Didn't roll, doesn't have that great of rolls and no speed. Actually, it does have a great defense roll. Excuse me. The defense roll was really good on it. So that's actually pretty good, though, with the speed and everything. So that's the gear I showed you individually. And then we can look at his stats like this. Decent amount of HP, a little less than 40,000. His defense is really nice, 5,200 defense, so I beefed him up on the defense side. Speed is 191. He's not ultra fast. He's not super slow. Debuff accuracy 347. So I like the way I built him. I think he's pretty sick. He's pretty good. Obviously, he's mainly an arena specialist, but I do think, what the hell, let's try him out in a couple dungeons and see what he does. And he's got really good crowd control. And maybe I'll run a little bit of a team here in a second that actually has Trunda in it too, or Drex or something. Maybe Trunda. Just to actually get it where the HP burns can actually synergize with this ability right here, where he's got the ability to do the freeze on the AoE, and also if instantly activates whenever an enemy under both freeze and HP takes damage from the HP burn, which is pretty sick actually. And then this is pretty cool. Removes all the target enemy buffs, and then steals buffs instead if the target's under freeze, and ignores defense if they have freeze and HP burn. So, you can see all this stuff. Tormin's been well known now for all the time. But I figured Double Void Weekend, let's play around with Tormin a little bit. He's got an AoE that does a block buffs with and a heal reduction on enemies under freeze. Now, this won't work under bosses, but it will help in the waves. And then this is a really cool part, too. So he's kind of like a tank, right? Because, well, he is a tank, basically. If you use him in this regard, as far as crowd control goes. 60% chance of placing a provoke debuff for one turn on enemies not under a freeze. So if no one's under a freeze, he can do a little bit of provoke on everybody, which will have them target him. Really cool. And then decreases the cooldown of one random skill for each ally for every enemy under freeze and HP burn. So a hell of a lot going on there. And then we all know the passive, which is going to get nerfed at some point. But if anybody gets any type of buff healed or have turn meter fill, he has the potential to do more freezing, right? And then he has increased ally defense in all battles by 33%. So let's give him a spin in Dragon 20 here, actually. And I'm just doing this video this way so I can actually show you like thought process and everything behind things too. So I will be doing another video on this guy coming out more than likely Monday. I have another video planned for tomorrow on Sunday. But this guy, I probably have a video coming out for him on Monday. Been playing around with Tomb Lord and everything, but let's take Tomb Lord out for right now. We're gonna slot in. Where is he? I wish they would have this better organized. Okay, I'm trying to think if I should go heavily defensive on this. We'll put Tyrell in there, like a defensive comp. I'm just playing around right now. Okay, we wanted to put Trunda in too. So actually, let's try this comp. So I put the extra defense on there just because I put Tyrell in here, and both these guys are going to really benefit from defense. Everybody benefits from defense, but especially these two guys. And we'll just play around with his abilities, which will synergize with the HP burns. I put Arbiter in there for the res and everything too. We don't have enough poison with this. We just have Kaimar's poison though, so that's kind of iffy. But anyway, I'm gonna do the run. I'm gonna see actually what happens, and we'll go through this. So we'll see what happens on the wave. He got some HP burns, got some decreased defense, and now he provoked everyone on that one actually. So he provoked the entire wave, which is pretty cool. So with the provoke on the entire wave, and then he didn't place any freezes yet, but that's okay. So they haven't even gotten an attack off yet. So we got through that wave pretty quickly. That wave didn't hit us. This is the wave that gives everybody trouble, including myself. The Hordens on here hit pretty hard, and actually Tyrell in there. So that's pretty nice. He just put 3 freezes up, and then there's a stun by Trunda too. So now they're on lockdown, those 3, right? So that's great because more stuns and freezes, and he's freezing everybody here. So that's exactly the reason I wanted to show this, just because I thought it might be kind of cool to look at him just from the crowd control standpoint and running him as lead, getting a little bit of extra defense. So the waves are going to be really... This is actually making my dungeon run much quicker than normal. Neither one of the waves, I think, has even gotten a single attack off yet. And to be honest, that doesn't happen with any of the comps that I've run so far. So I might actually be uncovering what I'm going to run more often here, because both of those waves, I got through the waves in about a minute here. And I'm pretty sure neither one of them got a single attack off on my team. So that's nice. Now, this is the part that with this comp, I'm a little bit worried as far as time goes, because the only poison we have is just the small, I think it's only a one-turner on Kaimar. Everything else is just kind of just single hits, and so this might take a while, actually, as far as downing the dragon goes. But that's okay. I'll play around with a couple other comps to try to throw a little bit more poison in here, too. Maybe I can't replace Tayrell because I need a defense down. Maybe I'd actually replace Kaimar with this comp, because nobody actually got a turn off, and I bring Arbiter in there to kind of do reses and everything too. So I'm thinking, what my thought process is I'm thinking maybe I don't necessarily need Arbiter in this comp. I can take her out, run two poisoners like a Xavia in here, and potentially maybe I would just replace Arbiter, actually, is what I'm thinking. Either Arbiter or Kaimar, or both. Just playing around with this comp, because you can see it only took us a minute to get through the wave, and we're already at a full minute on the dragon. So I really feel like this dragon run here, just the way it's going to be, it's going to take us way too long to down the dragon. So that part sucks. But I'll play around with it off camera. However, showing that where the freezes actually took effect on the waves, especially the wave 2, didn't get a single turn off either of the waves. And for me, I'm actually excited about that part of it. I do need to work on the poison comp and the kind of the thoughts I'm having right now, but it's I'm super excited that I actually did that, because that's the first time I've ever actually run it, and I'm happy I got it on camera too, where I've got it where none of the wave took a turn on either wave at all. So that's awesome. Now this is the reason I bring an Arbiter right here, because unfortunately without the poisons there, he got that big ability off to get the... if I get killed in the dragon here, this is going to suck. But whatever, I'll show it anyway if I do. But bring Arbiter in there, just to be able to do what she's doing right now, kind of res everybody up. The other thing I'm probably going to do is actually maybe slot Scartorsus in Arbiter's spot, because he's got the attack up. That doesn't really help much of these guys except for Kaimar and Trunda, but he's got the attack up, but he's also got the removing of all the debuffs. Debuff cleanse, he's got a speed aura, so he's got some pretty cool stuff, and I got my second Scartorsus yesterday on my video that I posted. So this is way longer than a run than I usually do. So that's kind of the problem, I guess, with Tormin. So it's funny, I'm excited about one side of it and underwhelmed about the other side of it. The one side of it is the crowd control. Obviously, maybe my comp is not the best as far as the dragon goes. Well, that's obvious. But the waves, we got through boom, boom, boom in a minute. They didn't even take a turn. So that was actually pretty cool. I'm going to play around a little bit. Man, this is crazy right here. This is getting dicey. See, we have no poison and everything, and fighting the dragon just gets too dicey. So this comp's not correct. Not the best comp out there. I wouldn't necessarily run it this way. But it does look like I think we'll be okay. Yeah, because Arbiter's resin people. But it's like taking 5 minutes. That's just way, way too long. I don't like that. My average run is actually about 2.5, 3 minutes on here, which is not a speed run by any means. But I have a 100% win rate on Dragon. But where we go, 5 minutes, just under 5 minutes. So I need to play around a little bit with looking at how we actually do it to get more poison in there to actually fight on the dragon better. So you can see about 2 minutes is my average, a little over 2 minutes usually. Trunda did the lion's share of the damage. Tormin doesn't do a lot of damage. He's all about just crowd control, right? What do we get here? It's a shield speed. I like that, but that's some pretty mass substats, so that's a sell. So I'm going to pause it real quick. I'll be back. I'm going to test them out in Spider a little bit, see what happens, and hopefully have something to show you guys. 1 second. Alright, so we're here in a Spider run where I took out Cold Heart completely, actually. and put in Tomb Lord for the AoE, decrease defense and decrease attack, and put in Trunda for Drex, who I usually use for the tank spot for the negative affinity tank. And so far, it's actually working about pretty good. It usually takes me about 3 minutes to complete these runs. I'm not speed farming Spider 20, but I have a 100% win rate with the team I use. This team actually is pretty solid too. So unfortunately, we got the Spiderlings just got eaten, but there we go. He provoked all the Spiderlings. So Tormin's actually been very, very helpful in this run, especially when there's a HP burn up as well. And I've got Tomb Lord in there. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a video on Tomb Lord within the next couple days, actually, because believe it or not, there we go. I think Tomb Lord is actually intro to. This is like the intro to that. Intro to the Tomb Lord video that I'm going to do as well. But we got all these HP burns. We got freezes up. We got decreased attack, decreased defense, and everything. So it's not exactly a quick run, again, but he does a lot of good crowd control. So maybe if there's people that had different comps that didn't have like certain things that they could, but they did have Tormin, they could come in here and he could help them complete some content. He'd be able to do it slower, I feel like, but he'd be able to help them complete things, especially dungeon waves. Because for the longest time, actually, that was my weakest point. Was not necessarily killing the boss, but was that what the heck? He hit the Spiderlings after the spider actually died. That was funny. But anyway, that was my biggest challenge. Was actually dungeon waves. So crowd control champions, I sort of have like a soft spot in my heart for crowd control champions. Tomb Lord's a crowd control champion. Like pretty much every single one of these four has some form of like a crowd control. She has a stun plus a HP burn. He has a decreased attack and decreased defense on one skill, and it's an AoE on both of them. It's on a really long cooldown, which sucks. But other than that, it's actually pretty cool. He's got just a massive shield, and then the ally protect he puts on everybody too. So these type of champions are actually kind of like my favorite champions in the game. They're not going to be the champions that would get you through like, Royal Guard. If I had 2 Royal Guards and 3 Cold Hearts in here, I'd just nuke this thing down in like 30 seconds. And I may actually build a team that could do that, but because of how long it took me to come up in the game and dungeon waves being my challenge, I sort of love champions like this for the crowd control, because while they don't do it fast, they typically do it more dependable, is what I've noticed. Anyway, this video is getting pretty long, so I'm going to cut it off right here. Thank you very much for checking it out. Hopefully you guys like this. Let me know if you did in the comments below. If not, if you think it was kind of lame, let me know that too. Let me know what you think I can improve on. Thank you very much for watching it. Again, thanks for the support. Please like and subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Cheers.